Hello, IB Physics 1 parents. I'm Chris Murray, and you guys missed back to school night, so I want to give you every opportunity to be just as bored as you would have been at back to school night. So let me answer some questions here. We have conferences coming up next week, so that's why I'm going to just send this out. Okay. Um, this is your kid is in IB Physics, and let's see if I can get the blue pen to come up here. Here we go. Pen color. It's red otherwise. Okay. This is what your kids are doing right now is looking at projectile motion. So this fifth grader is projected from the top of a cliff at some speed, right? They're going to follow some path like this, and basically, I want them to be able to figure out where it lands, what's their speed of landing, what are the horizontal velocity, vertical velocity at a certain time, how far over is it, how far down, everything about this, right? Every detail about the projectile motion, and that's what they're doing, and they're doing a good job of this. Okay, this is sort of basic problem solving. I feel my philosophy is that physics will give you sort of a background in just logical thinking and problem solving, and that's why I loved it as a student. I'm a computer programmer as well. I don't use flowcharts, but I like this flowchart, right? Basic problem solving, right? Is it bigger than your mouth? Yes. Cut it up a bit, reevaluate, right? And eventually you'll be able to eat it, right? Okay. The physics problem solving is essentially the same thing, right? Write down the given quantities. If you're not done, which you wouldn't be to begin with, right? Figure out anything you know to be true. And this was the advice that A. Wayne Roberts gave me in calculus, because I get stuck, right? And he'd say, well, just, figure it out, write anything down. Okay, write it down, see if you're done, just keep going, right? That's the advice, right? Now, in physics, we use sort of a different model. This is sort of a standard model as the teacher talks in class, right? A lecture. Okay. Then they do an example problem that's more talking, right? The kids are now sleeping, right? or making bird sounds, as it were. Okay. And then sometimes we'll do like whiteboards in class, and that actually was pretty fun. And then I send them home, right? Well, maybe they didn't pay attention in class, and maybe they just don't know how to do it, right? How do you support them with the homework, right? Then they take a practice test. They still don't know how to do it. They take the test. They retake the test. They still don't know how to do it, right? So what we do is we do a flipped classroom, okay? We flip that. So they do the homework. They do those problems in class. They watch this stuff, okay? They watch that at home, okay? And so in class, I'll just do the demonstration so they can see them live, okay? And then we'll do a warm-up, so we'll kind of go through the stuff again. But they've watched all the example problems at home. We just take this part, which took up a lot of my class, and do that asynchronously at home. Now, the thing is, they need to do that before class, and that's the tricky part. I'll show you later a little bit how they do that, how they watch these videos at home, okay? The curriculum for the class is basically just your freshman mechanics, including fluid mechanics, right? So it's mechanics and then also waves, okay? And then, the next year, the second year, we do like everything else, like electricity, magnetism, induction, atomic and nuclear physics, and even some, sort of advanced field theory, okay? And then this is the contact, really basically email me, okay? This is the website that I'm going to show you here. You can leave voicemail. It's really hard to get a hold of me by phone, but if that works for you, I can call you back, okay? Let's take a look at the website here. So first and foremost, there's the calendar, okay? I'm pretty organized, so you can see like they just did this. Today, this is the 19th as I record this, okay? Before class, they watched these videos, and if they didn't get credit for it. There's a little quiz that they take, and I'll show you that, okay? For next class, they're gonna do this. There's another video flip. There's a reading from the physics text, right? And then 2 classes from now, we'll probably take this test, but if it's a beautiful day, we'll probably do the air rocket competition, okay? So there is a calendar. And if you look at physics there, you can go to course information. And course information is very informative. as its name implies, right? Here are all the calendars. I haven't finished them all. I think I've got Newton's laws sort of done. This one's not done. Here's sort of what we're going to do. This is the course policy, right? You can click on that and you can see how we weight things, what the rules are. It's really pretty boring. But notice that the video flips themselves are 15% of their grade. All of the group work and homework problems we do is only 10. Mostly it's that they take the tests and show me they can do it, and that they can do labs, okay? That's pretty boring. Course information. There's the 21-day rule, so the labs and the tests, they can retake the tests, they can revise their labs, but for kinematics, November 4th is the last day to do that. For vectors and projectile motion, the last day is November 18th. And then the other units, they're just basically up against the end of the semester, okay? And then if you look at the modules, I'll show you how these video flips work. So let's take a look at types of vectors, okay? So if you click on that, this looks like this. Now, I'm a teacher, so it thinks I want to edit this, but let's just say that we want to build it, and we want to preview it, right? Well, your child's going to get a link to this website. They'll click on that, right? And they'll go down there and they'll watch this video about what types of vectors there are, okay? And this is really pretty basic. And then they take a quiz, right? That is actually a component vector, and this is a angle magnitude vector. Let's see how we did. But some of them, a lot of them are formula questions. So it asks them a question and it gives them numbers, right? And it makes up different numbers every time they take it. So they can take it as many times as they want, and they can get full credit for that, okay? Let's just, for kicks, take a look at the grades here. Okay. There it is, right? So you can see these things that say VF, those are video flips, video flips, video flips. You know, and if there's something going on in their life, I can excuse those video flips. And then let's see if I can scroll. Can I scroll? It doesn't want me to scroll. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to do this. If you go all the way over, somewhere you're going to see a summary of everything. I don't know why I can't just scroll. Oh, there's a scroll bar. Sometimes it goes away though. Okay, so if you go all the way to the end, you can see like, here's how they did on tests. Here's how they've done on labs. They can get 100% on labs. Remember, they can revise their labs. They need to, revise their labs and get 100% of that. Video flips, they can take those as many times as they want, but they have to do it before the morning of the test. Okay? Now, take a look. I mean, some of these kids are just rocking that. 100%, 100%, 100%. Work ahead, right? And then formative, this is just sort of all practice stuff, right? That's 10% of their grade. But anyway, there's that. What else? It's, I don't know. We have a website. There's also help things for the labs, right? There's a lot of help there. I think that's pretty much it. So anyway, I have sent out an invite to some parents for conferences. If there's concerns about the grade, I've sent out invites. Pretty soon you're going to get just a blanket invite. There are virtual conferences this year, so we'll be in Google Meets, which actually worked pretty well last year, so I can recommend that. Anyway, I'm just going to stop talking. I think I've talked long enough.